Jack Ma's story is a testament to the power of perseverance, vision, and boundless optimism. Despite facing repeated rejection, 30 times to be exact, he never let failure overshadow his dreams. Instead, he used each setback as a lesson, refining his goals and sharpening his determination until he finally founded Alibaba, one of the world's largest e-commerce giants. In this video, we'll explore how Jack Ma transformed every no into fuel for success and what we can learn from his extraordinary journey. Together, let's dive into the story of an English teacher turned tech titan and find our own path to greatness. Early struggles and the spark of ambition. Born in Hangzhou, China, Jack Ma was neither wealthy nor influential, but he possessed something far more important: a refusal to give up on himself. From a young age, his fascination with learning English drove him to practice by conversing with tourists, which taught him not just a new language, but also the value of stepping outside one's comfort zone. Despite poor marks in math and a series of job rejections, he consistently sought ways to improve, proving that resilience begins with recognizing the gaps in our own skill set and actively working to close them. Even as he applied for dozens of positions, only to face repeated disappointment, he maintained the belief that each no was simply redirection rather than a dead end. This mindset is crucial. When we start seeing closed doors as signals to try something different, we open ourselves up to bigger opportunities. Jack's journey reminds us that confidence does not come from external validation. It grows when we refuse to let setbacks define who we are. Many of us feel stuck because we keep waiting for someone else to approve our dreams. Instead, Jack showed that we can spark our own ambition by daring to learn, adapt, and keep going, even when everyone around us believes we're set to fail. Sometimes, the greatest spark of ambition isn't a sudden flash of genius, but the steady flame of determination that refuses to die out. By accepting each stumble as a chance to pivot, we can transform obstacles into stepping stones. Ultimately, success begins not with a comfortable life, but with a willingness to remain curious, keep stretching our limits, and treat rejection as a valuable teacher. Harnessing rejection as fuel, Jack Ma was famously rejected from a fast food chain job, while every other applicant got accepted, leaving him as the odd one out. This public and personal defeat could have crushed his spirit. But he never saw rejection as a permanent label. He recognized it as a temporary circumstance. In each rejection, he searched for the hidden lesson. Was it a gap in his skills? An indicator he needed a different path? Or simply a test of his willingness to keep trying? Have you ever felt like giving up after being turned away or overlooked? Take a page from Jack's story and use that frustration to light a spark within you. Often when we face repeated rejection, the voice in our head says, "Maybe I'm not good enough." But consider that "not good enough" can be rephrased as "not there yet." By attaching "yet" to our self-doubts, we instantly shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Jack's example teaches us that rejection isn't a reflection of our potential. It's an opportunity to sharpen our strengths, reevaluate our weaknesses, and seek innovative routes to success. In life, no doesn't necessarily mean never. Often, it's a nudge to examine if you're looking in the right place or if there's a unique approach you've overlooked. Sometimes that no is the very thing that propels you to stand out. Jack harnessed each rejection to question norms and think creatively, never allowing bitterness or resentment to cloud his vision. He took setbacks in stride, confident they were shaping him for something greater. If we adopt this approach, every door that shuts leads us closer to one that will open. The key is to transform dejection into determination, become more skilled, more resilient, and more resourceful, until what once seemed impossible becomes our new reality. Building a bold vision and embracing innovation. One of the defining features of Jack Ma's rise is his unwavering commitment to a grand vision. He believed that the internet would revolutionize business and communication, even when many in China were skeptical of the concept. Armed with minimal resources, he started his first internet-based ventures from a small apartment, illustrating that big ideas can begin in the humblest of places. In a world that often demands instant results, Jack's long-term outlook was both bold and risky. He understood that innovation thrives where curiosity meets grit. Rather than pursuing a quick fix, he sought to reshape how businesses connect with consumers on a global scale. What can we learn from this? Dreaming big doesn't have to mean ignoring practical realities, but rather daring to think beyond them. Jack never allowed a lack of technical expertise to hold him back. Instead, he gathered people who shared his belief, inspiring them with a future-focused idea they could rally around. Innovation often emerges when we have the courage to ask, what if we did it differently? Or how can we serve people better? That sense of possibility is contagious, drawing in talent, resources, and opportunities that might otherwise remain hidden. By focusing on creating value instead of dwelling on what he lacked, Jack Ma tapped into the power of collective imagination. He didn't just build a platform, he built a community for buyers and sellers, forging a trust-based environment that many critics thought was impossible to achieve online at the time. If you have a grand idea simmering in your mind, remember that vision is what separates a fleeting dream from a game-changing invention. Don't be afraid to question norms, push boundaries, and inspire others to believe in the impossible. Embrace the process as much as the outcome, and let your burning desire to innovate keep you going when challenges inevitably arise. Leading with purpose and collaboration. From Alibaba's earliest days, Jack Ma fostered an atmosphere of shared purpose, convincing friends to join his cause even when the future seemed uncertain. Rather than ruling by fear, he led by painting a compelling picture of what the company could achieve and inviting others to co-author that success story. Have you ever been part of a team where everyone felt valued and driven by a common goal? That sense of unity can accomplish wonders. Jack's leadership style centered on trust, empathy, and the belief that when good people come together, they can achieve the extraordinary. He didn't pretend to be the smartest person in the room. Instead, he aimed to bring the smartest people into the room and give them freedom to innovate. True leadership is less about having all the answers and more about guiding people toward a shared vision, offering encouragement, and celebrating their unique strengths. This approach creates a team dynamic where each member feels a sense of ownership, fueling creativity and commitment. By nurturing a collaborative spirit, Jack turned challenges into opportunities, leveraging different viewpoints to solve problems more effectively. He recognized that success lies not just in individual brilliance, but in harnessing the collective talent of those around you. For those looking to replicate this magic, start by clarifying your team's purpose. Why does your project matter, and how will it impact others? Once people connect with a deeper why, they're more motivated to surpass expectations. In Jack's journey, the sense of purpose united a small group of believers who went on to transform e-commerce worldwide. When you lead with empathy, you create a culture that values continuous growth, trust, and innovation. This mindset not only drives business success, but fosters personal development for every individual involved. Overcoming adversity through adaptability. Even after Alibaba started gaining momentum, challenges piled up. New competitors emerged, Technological demands evolved, and market expectations shifted quickly. Jack Ma's ability to navigate uncertain waters stemmed from a willingness to adapt. Instead of clinging to past formulas for success, he continually learned from emerging trends, updated his strategies, and encouraged a spirit of flexible thinking within his company. That capacity for change is a skill anyone can cultivate. When obstacles appear, like economic downturns, changing consumer tastes, or even personal struggles, our ability to pivot and reinvent ourselves often determines whether we survive or thrive. Rather than mourning the loss of the status quo, Jack viewed rapid shifts as doors to new possibilities. In the face of adversity, he doubled down on research and development, forging partnerships that allowed Alibaba to enter new markets and extend its influence. This adaptability isn't about luck. It's about proactively seeking knowledge, testing new ideas, and implementing feedback from both customers and colleagues. The lesson here is that resilience is not a static trait. It is something we build and strengthen every time we persevere through a setback. Think of adaptability like a muscle that grows with constant exercise. Each time you're faced with unexpected change or a daunting challenge, ask yourself, what new skills, resources, or relationships can I develop to tackle this head-on? Jack showcased that if we remain curious and refuse to be boxed in by old assumptions, we can reinvent ourselves again and again. Ultimately, adversity can serve as a catalyst for growth, pushing us to expand our horizons and refine our approach until we discover innovative ways to solve problems, connect with people, and leave a positive impact on the world. Empowering others and leaving a legacy. Having built a global empire, Jack Ma didn't stop at personal success. He turned his attention to how Alibaba could uplift small businesses and communities around the world. Whether it was empowering rural entrepreneurs in China or encouraging young startup founders through mentorship, Jack recognized that real success extends beyond profit margins. It's about building a legacy that helps others thrive. By making it possible for small shops to reach a broader market, Alibaba became a platform of empowerment, reminding us that genuine impact multiplies when it's shared. If you aspire to leave a mark, consider asking, how can my actions unlock potential in others? An individual's success is amplified when it aligns with elevating those around them. Jack's philanthropic efforts, including his focus on education and environmental initiatives, underline a philosophy that every leader should adopt. If you have the resources or the platform, use them to foster positive change. True achievement is measured not just by the milestones you reach, but by the ripple effects you create. One reason Jack's story resonates worldwide is that it shows how one person, armed with determination and a grand vision, can move mountains for many. Whether you're at the earliest stage of your journey or already tasting success, keep an eye on how you can serve a greater good. Opportunities to help might lie in mentorship, community building, or sharing knowledge with those who lack the same access. By consciously turning your ambitions into avenues that benefit others, you imbue your journey with greater meaning and longevity. That sense of purpose will keep fueling you long after individual accolades fade away, ensuring your legacy continues to uplift and inspire. Jack Ma's path from relentless rejection to global success shows that true triumph isn't about never failing, it's about daring to keep going. When we combine resilience, vision, collaboration, and a purpose bigger than ourselves, the impossible becomes attainable. As you reflect on Jack's journey, remember that each closed door can lead to a greater opportunity if you choose to learn and adapt. Now, it's your turn to rise and inspire. Let this story spark your ambition. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Rise and Inspire, for more motivational stories and life-changing insights.